Alright guys, welcome back to Autumn of Agony. We're going to do the right side. I decided to go with the Tech Mutant skill objectives. I used Zemo for Jabari Panther in the when the regular fight came out. If you go to my video, you can see the full breakdown of that one. But here, the main thing is you have to watch out for the falter, as well as hitting into the block. Like if you block her attacks, she's going to heal. Also, if she purifies a debuff, then there's going to be a damage reflect that you have to watch out for. The falter goes back and forth, but when she gets into her hunter mode, you have to remember that she can bypass miss during that phase. So, but I did manage to get the solo again. Took a couple tries, but it is the first fight, and I had done it before, so I looked back at my own video to help me with this one. The second fight is the Cassie fight, which I did also when it first came around. I did it with Magneto. I did the same thing. I did screw up and needed one revive to get through Cassie, because I made a mistake, and that happens. So one revive on Cassie. Then on Heimdall, I used again, I did an attempt with Zemo that went nowhere. I went an attempt with Strife that went nowhere, and then Magneto actually worked out pretty well because Heimdall is a metal champion, so he can bypass the auto block and a lot of the node itself. I'll show you what I had to do there on that fight. I'm going to fast forward. I'll let the music play for the Jabari and the Cassie fight. Then I'll show you what happened when I used Magneto against Heimdall, because it was a unique interaction there. So I'm going to skip through again these first two fights, and then I'll see you when I start using Magneto on Heimdall. Alright guys, now we're up to where I use Magneto for Heimdall. Now he is a metal champion and he messes with the ability accuracy in a good way, a bad way, and an awkward way. So the good is that you can pretty much parry and hit into him no problem. The bad is that the node is shut down so much so that when he throws his special, the Matador doesn't always trigger, and because of that, you have to bait a lot of special ones in order to finally get 3 bars of power. Now that's not actually that bad, because at the same time you really want to build up a lot of charges on that battery before you drop the special 3 and knock him down. I didn't really attempt the special 1 or 2 to see if it would bypass it. I still stuck with the special 3s and it did do the job. I'm going to get a huge chunk of health down before I make a mistake, and I'll tell you what that mistake was, and that's the awkward part. One of the awkward part is that when he throws his heavy attack like he just did, sometimes he does not root you, which is really good, but at the same time I forgot that after the root, like after the heavy, you can't attack in afterwards, and because sometimes when he throws the heavy it's not rooted, I forgot about that and I hit into him at some point, and that's how I end up dying here. So I built up a lot of charges, I dropped a special 3, he goes from 70% all the way down to 41, so I figure, okay, I just got to build up another big special 3 and I can take him out, but he's going to throw a heavy attack and I'm going to forget and I'm going to attack in. You can see after the rooted one, I'm prepared not to attack in afterwards, and you see all those nice auto block fails when you attack in afterwards, which can be part of the annoying part of when he can counter you and knock you down and instantly kill you. But right here, I forget about that I can't attack in after that heavy, and I die. So I end up using 1 revive here against Heimdall. I end up getting the fight down with Magneto. I end up building up a lot of charges, get most of his health down, and I think I was left with 3%. I should have built up more charges. If you can build up a lot more charges, if you can build over 300, 400, and even 500 charges, if you're patient enough to do that, or you can be like me, I went up to 250 on this one and ended up dropping like 38% with 250 charges. So, and this is only a rank 4 unboosted 6-star Magneto. So ascended, 6-star ascended, rank 4, and it did get the job done. So I'll fast forward the rest of this fight because it is slow, because it takes a while to build to those special 3s, but and then I'll tell you how I managed to get through Northstar. All right, for Northstar, it's a brand new fight, and there's a couple things. There's bubble shield on this node. There's also you can only do special. There's power shield, but you're special locked unless you're dashing in or countering a heavy or countering a special. The issue is that after he throws a special, he's going to be untouchable for 2 seconds afterwards. So I attempted this fight with Strife. I forgot that Strife only counters evade, not miss. And Strife was really unnecessary here. I probably would have picked a better champion to go with these two. But again, I was going for non-Saga champions, villains, and the tech mutant skill. So I'm good at baiting, I guess, Northstar's special 1. But you see, after the special 1, you kind of have to wait it out. And then I tried to build to a special 3 here with Strife. But it didn't really work out the way I wanted to. I was just kind of testing it out. So technically, I did revive Strife and Zemo, and then I ended up using 1 revive with Magneto once I used him. So I used 5 revives overall for the path, and I probably didn't need to. I could probably do it without using revives, but it's okay. 5 revives for Autumn of Agony, Gauntlet path. I'm happy with that. So here, this is more test, and again, I'm using this more to test it and feel it out. And really, the key thing I would find here is if you have someone that can do damage over time, especially after their special 3, that is the key here. I ended up trying to see a special 1 even. I'm getting a pretty good damage from the shocks there, but I'm kind of stuck in the corner. Not the best spot to be in, especially against this Northstar with bubble shield, and I am going to end up dying here with Strife, and I end up testing out Zemo as well. It didn't go as well, and then I realized Magneto was actually really, really good for this fight. So I die here to I die with Strife. I go in with Zemo, test this one out, see if I can get some bleeds on him. And again, probably could have played a lot better. But again, once you build up a special, you either have to dash in and intercept him to throw your special, or if you build up to a special 3, you can just do a medium dash and quickly tap your special 3. Or here I was able to get off my special 1 dashing in and intercepting, and then it unlocks your special lock and you're able to throw a special. But you can see here I'm able to get some bleeds on him. They're not doing a heck of a lot, but it's again, this is more of a testing, feeling out way to go. So you can see what I've done to test this one out, but that's the only thing I can do when it's the final fight is something new. This is the only way I can do it, test it out, and then Magneto ended up being really, really good, and I'll show you exactly why. But here again, I'm able to get off my special. I'm only able to get a couple bleeds on, and I just wasn't really getting enough damage here from these two guys. But Magneto's got some interesting mechanics that also bypass the node in a couple ways. Even though Northstar is not a metal champion, Magneto's abilities on his heavy actually end up bypassing the node. So I'll show you that as well in a second, but I am going to die soon to Northstar here. But again, just trying to feel it out, get as much damage in as I can before I get stuck in the corner again. And with that bubble shield and his multiple hits, I just get wrecked in the corner. I do manage to get off a special 2, and I end up going to try and get a bunch of bleeds on him, but I end up pushing him over 2 bars of power, and that's not a good idea because I was stuck at 9 hits, so I can't even block anything there. I just eat it. It's fine. But Magneto ends up being excellent here. So I heal up Magneto, I go in, and you can see here on the heavy, I actually do almost 5,000 damage just on the heavy attacks because the direct damage from Magneto's heavy bypasses the node. So every heavy I am doing damage, and it's easy to keep tabs on my bubble shield because also after my parry heavies, I can make sure that I can keep tabs of where I am on the bubble shield. That is the key part here, and I'm just going to try and go to a special 3, and the way I'm going to do it is as I get closer to 3 bars of power, I am going to I'm going to charge up my special 3 to get as many prowess as I can. And then I'm going to quickly do a dash in and throw my special 3 and see how much damage I can get in. So I want the damage from the prowess because it's going to be 300% increase because of the power shield. And you're going to see the bleed damage is going to be really, really nice. So here I'm going to go ahead, try and I dash back, I dash in. I've got like 40 prowess there. Big special 3 is going to take off a decent chunk of damage, not the same as if it was a metal champ, but look at that. We've got like 16,000 ticks for bleed, 24 bleeds on, and he is absolutely melting. So this is really, really nice. The only thing I forgot is Northstar. I guess I can't remember if it's the node or in his kit there. He was close to 2 bars of power, but not at 2 bars of power. And when he threw his special 1, I thought he was going to be done and have another, and he threw back-to-back special 1s. So be careful of that. You want to keep Northstar closer to just over a bar of power, or a bar and a half maybe, but at close to 2, he was able to spam 2 special 1s in a row. And that was the only thing that really screwed me up. So I used 1 more revive on Magneto, which was technically my 5th revive. But I only used 1 revive for Northstar, but I had to revive 2 guys up. So 5 revives total for the run, but I did the exact same thing here and just using my parry heavies, which are doing damage as we go. And then I build to a special 3 with as many prowess as I can, and I'm able to get a bunch of damage in. The other thing I noticed at the very end, I think I get into the assassin range, in between the assassin range and my masteries, I'm able to remove, I guess, the special lock, and I'm able to get off a couple special 1s near the end without doing anything special. I wasn't really dashing in, I wasn't countering the heavy, so I think that I was able to just bypass the ability accuracy of the node there at the very end. You'll see it, it's a little weird, but I'll take it. So if I do this one again on my other account, I'll probably, which has a maxed out Magneto, that is what I'll be using. I'll be abusing Magneto again for a bunch of the fights. So there I get off. It's only 8 bleeds, but it is ticking away, which is really nice. I was a little worried there. I didn't have enough time to charge my heavy, but still at the very end of the fight here, I think I get into the assassin's range, and there's going to be a couple parry heavies where I realize, oh, I have a special. I might as well throw it. Bait the special 1 again. Again, keeping tabs of the bubble shield the entire time. And you see here, I'm at a bar of power, and I'm able to throw it. So with the power shield, I figure, what the heck, I'll just throw the special and take the damage from it. So that's fine, and then we end up finishing off the fight. So hopefully that helps you out. We got the villain objective, we got the non-saga champions, and we got the tech mutant and skill objectives. So that's 3 objectives plus completion, so that's 4 points in 1 run, and it leaves me with like 2 points to go with 3 objectives and exploration still to go. So I'm going to end up with more points than I need, but 3 objectives completed in 1 run. That's pretty nice. Let me know who you used in the comments down below. Helps everyone else out. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.